CBS Young and the Restless Spoilers. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Y&R addicts. Today is a beautiful sunny day outside, but the skies over Genoa City are looking incredibly dark, stormy, and full of absolute chaos. We are so glad you are here with us to unpack the absolute madness that just dropped on our screens. Grab your biggest cup of coffee because we have so much to talk about. Let's jump straight into the drama. I cannot believe they actually did that. I am literally sitting here in the dark, typing furiously on my keyboard, staring at my screen with my jaw completely on the floor, and my brain is completely short-circuiting. Are you kidding me right now? After all these years, after decades of rich history, massive corporate battles, family dinners, and deep emotional storylines, the writers just decided to drop the biggest, most earth-shattering bomb of the entire century. Jill is not Billy's biological mother. I need a minute. Seriously, I need a full minute to just breathe and process this because my heart is pounding out. What in the actual world are the writers doing to us? I am so overwhelmed with emotion, I don't even know where to start. I've been watching this show religiously since 2015, and honestly, I thought I had seen it all. I thought I knew the Abbott family dynamics inside and out, backwards and forwards. I thought I understood the core of who these characters were. But this is the wildest, most unhinged rewrite of Genoa City history I have ever witnessed in my entire life as a fan, and I am both completely horrified and absolutely obsessed. You guys know how much I love a good, juicy plot twist, but this one completely knocks the wind out of it because it changes everything. Every single interaction between Jill and Billy that we have ever watched over the years now has a completely different, twisted, and toxic context that we never saw coming. Let's talk about that devastating hospital scene because, wow, the acting was phenomenal, but the emotional damage it inflicted on me is going to be permanent. The news of Jill dying has been spreading across Genoa City like wildfire, and the atmosphere on the show has been so incredibly heavy, depressing, and dark. Seeing Jill lying there in that sterile hospital bed, looking so frail, pale, and weak, completely stripped of her usual fierce, fiery, take-no-prisoners armor, it was truly heartbreaking. I was already crying into my pillow. And then she calls Billy into. She wants to clear her conscience. She wants him to know the absolute truth before she takes her last breath. And she just drops it. She looks him dead in his tear-filled eyes and tells him she is not his real mother. Boom. Just like that. No warning, no softening the blow, just pure, unadulterated trauma. And Billy's reaction, oh my God, Jason Thompson deserves every single Emmy Award in existence for that masterful performance. The sheer, raw, unfiltered fury that erupted from him was terrifying, but so incredibly justified. He didn't just cry. He exploded. He was furious. The veins in his neck were popping. His voice was cracking. And I am completely on his side here. Can you even imagine? Your whole entire life is a lie. He has spent his entire existence trying to measure up, trying to earn her love, trying to understand why they constantly clashed like oil and water. And now he knows. This is exactly why they never got along. This is why she was always so hard on him, why she judged his every single move, why there was always this invisible, impenetrable wall of ice between them. She wasn't his mother. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's back up and look at the bigger picture, because this isn't just about Jill's betrayal. If Jill isn't Billy's biological mother, then WHO on Earth is. And more importantly, does this mean Billy isn't even an Abbott? Sally Spectra's reaction in that hospital room perfectly mirrored my own internal screaming. She was standing there in the background, completely panicked, her eyes wide with sheer shock, realizing the exact same thing we all were. Billy's entire identity has just been obliterated into dust. If he's not Jill's son, is he even John Abbott's son? Was this a secret adoption? Was it a hospital baby swap? Was it a scandalous affair that got covered up? What is the truth? I am sorry, but I have to go off on a massive tangent here about Sally Spectra. Poor Sally. She has been through absolute hell and back lately. Remember just a little while ago when Billy's insane paranoia pushed her to the absolute brink, leading to her fleeing in the pouring rain, resulting in that horrific car crash where she miscarried and lost their baby? Yeah, my heart is still bleeding for her over that devastating loss. She is already so fragile, so traumatized, and now she is watching the man she is tethered to completely lose his mind and his entire identity. Sally is panicking because she knows exactly what this means for Billy's mental state. He is going to spiral. He is going to crash and burn in the most spectacular, destructive way possible, and she is standing right in the blast zone, terrified of what he will become. Okay, back to the main point, the identity crisis, the absolute destruction of Billy Abbott, or should I say, Billy whoever he is. I know some people on the forums are loving this twist because it brings so much juicy drama, but personally, I am terrified of what this means for the legacy of the show. John Abbott loved Billy so much. The idea that Billy might not share his blood is sickening. But maybe he is John's son with someone else? Did Jill fake a pregnancy to trap John and buy a baby off? My mind is racing with a million different wild theories. Who's the real mother? Is it someone we already know? Is it some random woman from the past? Is it someone currently living in Genoa City? The possibilities are endless, terrifying, and I am losing my mind trying to piece the puzzle together. And then Jill dies. She actually dies. After dropping this massive, life-altering nuclear bomb, she just leaves him alone with the burning wreckage of his life. She wanted him to know all the dark secrets, but she didn't stick around to help him put the shattered pieces back together. How incredibly selfish, but also how incredibly Jill. Even on her literal deathbed, she had to have the final dramatic last word. She had to be the one to orchestrate the ultimate chaos. I am sobbing because I will miss this character so much. Jill has been a staple, a legend, an absolute titan of Genoa City for decades. But I'm also so incredibly angry at her for doing this to Billy right at the very end. She gave him a lifetime of emotional trauma and then handed him the ultimate identity crisis as a cruel parting gift. Am I the only one who is already stressing out about how Jack Abbott is going to react to this news? Jack Abbott, the ultimate protector of the family name, the man who is already dealing with so much absolute garbage with Diane's trauma, Dr. Markham still being on the loose, and Patty Williams blackmailing him. Now he has to find out that his little brother, the boy he helped raise, the brother he has fought with and bled for, might not even be his real brother. Jack is going to lose his mind. And Tracy, sweet, beautiful, brave Tracy, who is currently risking her own life trying to contact a known psychopath like Martin Laurent just to save Diane. When Tracy finds out about Billy, it is going to break her pure heart into a million tiny pieces. The Abbott family is completely shattering right before our eyes, and I am not ready for the fallout. Let's really dig deep into the psychology of Billy here. Use your imaginations with me, guys. Billy has always been the ultimate screw-up. He's the gambler, the addict, the man who makes the worst possible choices in women, in business, in life. He has always felt like the black sheep of the Abbotts. He never felt like he truly belonged in that marriage. He always felt like he was failing John Abbott's pristine legacy, and now he knows why. The psychological damage of this reveal is going to be astronomical. He is going to question every single memory he has ever had. Every hug, every scolding, every family Christmas around the tree, it was all built on a massive, unforgivable, decades-long lie. I mean, think about all the countless times Jill interfered in his life. Remember when she tried to control his relationship with Victoria? Or when she judged him so harshly for being with Chelsea? Or how she constantly berated him for his business decisions at Chancellor Winters? She always treated him like a broken project she had to fix, rather than a son she unconditionally loved and supported, because he wasn't hers. It makes so much sick, twisted sense now when you look back at their history. The severe lack of maternal warmth, the constant draining friction, the impossibly high expectations that he could never, ever meet. She was projecting all her own guilt and dark secrets onto him, and he bore the brunt of it for his entire life. Sometimes I contradict myself because I'm just so emotional right now typing. A part of me is like, wow, this is brilliant, masterclass writing. It ties up decades of character inconsistency and explains their dynamic perfectly. But then another part of me is screaming, you cannot do this to the Abbott bloodline. You cannot erase his history. I am so torn. I want to applaud the writers for having the sheer guts to pull this off, but I also want to throw my remote control directly at the television screen. Billy is going to go dark. We are talking so much darker than when he was chewing gum and plotting lethal revenge on Adam for Delia. He is going to burn everything down to the ground. He is going to push Sally away. He is going to attack Jack. He is going to wage war on the entire world because he has absolutely nothing left to lose. And what about the massive business implications of this reveal? If Billy isn't a true Abbott and possibly doesn't have any legal standing, what does this mean for his shares in the family company? What does this mean for Chancellor Winters? Lily and Devon are already at each other's throats over the Mariah situation, and Kane Ashby is slithering his way back into power by holding his bone marrow hostage. If Billy's legal standing is challenged because of this paternity bombshell, the corporate warfare is going to be absolutely apocalyptic. Victor Newman is probably sitting in his leather chair at the ranch right now, sipping his expensive tequila and laughing his head off at the Abbott family's complete and utter destruction. I am dreading the next few weeks of episodes, but I am also completely glued to my screen and cannot look away. The desperate search for Billy's real mother is going to be the biggest, most captivating mystery Genoa City has seen. Who could it possibly be? Why did Jill take him? Was it a desperate attempt to keep John Abbott from leaving her? We all know Jill's romantic history with John was incredibly messy and full of deceit. Did she fake a pregnancy to trap him and buy a baby off the black market to secure her place in the Abbott mansion? It sounds completely crazy, but this is the young and the restless, people. Much crazier things have happened. I am here for the drama, but I am also preemptively mourning the complete destruction of Billy's sanity. I really need to hear from you guys in the comments because I feel like I am screaming into the void here in my living room. Are you as devastated and shocked as I am? Do you think this is a brilliant narrative twist or a massive, unforgivable mistake by the showrunner? Who do you think Billy's real mother actually is? Please tell me I am not the only one losing sleep over this storyline. The fallout is going to be legendary. It is going to affect every single family on the canvas. And I will be right here, typing furiously, analyzing every single tear and every single shout. Until tomorrow, brace yourselves, because Genoa City will never, ever be the same again.